Encounter in Ebibien is that between Tunisia as well as Cape Verde. We build up to this one, another crunch matchup in the 30th edition of the CAF Orange Africa Cup of Nations finals. And a lot of facts when you look at this one. It almost seems like a juxtaposition. If you look at the serial qualifiers in Tunisia, this is their 17th appearance in the finals, just the second one for Cape Verde. They were unbeaten though in the group stages of the 2013 competition, the first time that we took a look at the Blue Sharks. So I think that you look at what it is that they did in 2013 and also how it is that they qualified, and you can't take them for granted, can you, Chris?
I think Tunisia has got a good team. You can even look, they're playing in Europe, everybody, with experienced players. And I think today Tunisia has got his, stakes to correct their 3 points if they just play as a team. And the way they are playing the qualifying games, and then if they can apply to this tournament, I think it's going to be a good game. Yeah, I think it's very concerning if you look at the fact that Cape Verde failing to score in 4 of their last 5 matches, whilst Tunisia seem to be coming into this game really on the ascendancy, unbeaten in 6 competitive games. So it seems as if they've got that momentum, Mark.
Yeah, Kelly, you can say that again. I mean, if you just look at Tunisia, I mean, since 94, they've been qualified in this tournament. I mean, obviously, after 94, 96, they played South Africa in the final, when Neil Toby was captain, Arends was a goalkeeper, myself scoring the 2 goals. But then if you look at that afterwards, I mean, they've been always a team. In case you forgot, So they've always been a team sort of making sure they go far into this tournament.
Certainly. It's not just about the Africa Cup of Nations for Tunisia. Made us proud as well when it comes to their representation of the continent at the World Cup. The first African side to win a match at the World Cup. This was back in 1978 when they defeated Mexico 3-1. So quite a history for the Carthage Eagles. A reminder as well that you can continue to talk to us. Plenty ways to get in touch. Hashtag SS Football on Twitter. I know that you're following us at Supersport TV. You can talk to us on Facebook, WeChat as well, and send us all of your pictures of what it is that you're up to as you watch us live via Instagram. Showcase what it is that you are doing as you enjoy all of the action so far in the Africa Cup of Nations finals. And an exciting encounter already gone by earlier on. This one certainly will be as well. I think it's very, very difficult, Neil, when you look at the pedigree and the history of Tunisia, to not say that they are the favourites in Group B.
Oh, they certainly are. I mean, the pedigree are there. Cape Verde have only just, it's the second AFCON competition they qualified for. And they did it in style. They won their group, and they certainly are an improving nation. They would have had the experience of an AFCON behind them. But I just believe that the Tunisia are just got a lot too much in all departments. And they just, where they seem to be lacking, they always seem to grind out something with regards to getting something out with a set piece or a corner kick, And Tunisia have the experience of this competition and loads of it.
Certainly, and both these teams, of course, know each other as well. Not so long ago, in terms of qualifying for the 2014 FIFA World Cup, they faced each other. You look at a matchup like this, Andre, and as I said, on paper, it's overwhelmingly in the favour of Tunisia, but still, Cape Verde, we say that they are the minnows. In inverted commas, because what they showed in the qualifying campaign, top of the group, we saw what they did as well against opposition like Zambia. They also had those advantages to give them a bit of an edge in the competition.
Carol, they are minnows, and as impressive as they've been as young African contenders in this particular tournament, they're up against a Tunisia side in fine form. When you look at Tunisia's opening game and the form that they've been in, they're unbeaten in their last 7 opening games in the competition, and that's a run that stretches back to 2000. So they've got a rich experience when it comes to not only the AFCON but these opening games and dealing with the pressure, of course, of these opening games. And I think when you consider that, you obviously have to feel a bit of pressure from a Cape Verde perspective. But I think they won't lie down tonight, Carol. I think they're really, really up for it, Cape Verde, and I think Tunisia must watch out for some kind of onslaught in this particular game.
Well, talking about the onslaught as well, we are going to break it down, just talking about some of the key players for both of these two teams. Before we even get to that and the starting lineup, let's set things up very nicely for this exciting clash.
If history was anything to go by, then Tunisia are right up there with the best on the continent. Champions of Africa in 2004 as hosts, they have been runners-up twice, finished in 3rd once and 4th on 2 occasions. Not too many nations can boast such a record. So then, What do the Carthage Eagles bring to AFCON 2015? Well, despite a number of injury omissions to the squad, Tunisia will want, in no uncertain terms, to overcome the potentially slippery slope presented by an ever-improving Cape Verde side. Despite suffering a blow with the withdrawals of forwards Fakhreddine Ben Youssef and Saiba Khalifa, the Tunisians still pose a danger, thanks largely to a healthy feeder system from some of Africa's giant clubs, Esperance, Club Africain and Sfaxian. It's a danger that was on show as Tunisia negated a testing Group G in the qualifiers, unbeaten in topping the group ahead of Senegal and record AFCON winners Egypt. Who's to say then that momentum won't be with the Eagles, not only in the opening clash but throughout Group B? They will be seen as one of the favourites for the tournament, and while that zenith of 2004 is over a decade ago, perhaps writing the story for the next 10 years of Tunisian football starts now.